gee, y'all. All right, y'all. We back again with introduce yourself. Let us know who you are.
It's Boogie Almighty, EMF Entertainment.
Yeah. Well, the Indie Jams audience is not, cause you're not new to them. Like you've been on a couple times. Yeah.
Shout out Indie, right? Shout out Indie Jams, T, LV, everybody in the house.
I love it.
Yes,
So where you from? Like,
originally I'm from New York, the Bronx as well. I feel like you had all of us here today.
yeah, I love it. I love people from New York. I feel like niggas be chilling. Like they cool for real. Like yeah.
But I like to say, New York, maybe with Florida raised me because I've been here since I was like 15. Mm-hmm. So I'm a Florida boy too. I got that in my blood.
I like it. You like a little swaggy. I like the little energy. So how did Almighty Production start?
Honestly, that was just something. I've always been big on like taking care of the family. I'm the oldest, and I was always the oldest in the house. So just kind of looking around. My brothers do music, as you guys, the guys that know me know. I just felt like having everything in the house and being able to do it for them and making sure that you don't have these people that are taking advantage of you. And then just the passion I've always had for just music and videography. It just felt right to do. And then the name just kind of it came to me.
Almighty.
Well. It's just I feel like as men we have to hold ourselves to a different standard. Like there's only one of us for a reason. We are almighty. It's powerful, and that's what the name came from. That's important.
I feel like men need to tap a little bit more back into that a little bit. But we're gonna put that. I'm gonna come back to that conversation. You were saying your brothers is I'm not familiar.
Sumo.
Okay, so Sumo. I was wondering what was the connection in the relationship.
Yeah, so that's my little brother.
That's dope. Yeah. And I love how I be seeing you like all down my timeline, just like supporting and looking out for each other. I really fuck with that.
All we got is us,
Yeah. So was that always like the mission and the goal, even like growing up? Is this where y'all foreseen the path to look like?
No, honestly, I got him into music like 2 years ago. He used to always be like real shy, but he would freestyle in the back. Like you have that one that when everybody's around and you're freestyling, he'd be in the back. I'm like, yo, just spit that shit, like let everybody hear you. And then he kind of just turned it up from there. I actually fell in love with music through battle rap. Like that's what I was always like. The lyricism always caught me.
Yeah.
And then just being around like the right people and just the right vibe, I was like, you know what? I got my brother here too, and he loves it. Why can't we just merge the two and just
I like that. There? I like that. So, music or film, which one? Because
family, all the way.
No, film. Because you do videography as well.
That's what my personal goal is to be. To have a successful videography career, but both to be the correct answer. Like whatever it takes to do for my people, because I'm not gonna leave them behind. It only takes one of us to kick through that door, and then we all gonna rush it. So both.
So what's the video side of you like? Like, how did you get into that, and what does that passion look like?
This guy right here.
What's up? We got a camera over here.
I grew up with, shout out to Plane 2 in the back, both of them. I kind of grew up with them, and I always watched them do it. These are like my best friends outside of everything else, and it's like, if they can do it, I could do it. And then I like bringing things to life. It's just who I am, and like videography, film, photography, all of that is, you take the smallest things like this and just make it pop, and that to me is like satisfying.
Definitely. So how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 31.
Okay, because you have like a more older spirit to where I feel like you've been through a little bit to where you just like just trying to like help and just like be an aid and kind of like assistance to like the younger generations and stuff.
Yeah, my older half sister, she like instilled that in me, but I didn't have her like there for me immediately, like she was, but so like everybody under me is younger, so I kind of like took that role, and it was important for me to feel like I had to be the head of the family. And it wasn't put on me. I felt like I had to be, you know what I mean?
So just to get into it a little bit, just talking about depression in men, how do you think men of your generation or my generation, whatever you feel like is on your heart to talk about right now? Because I feel like older men, like even in their 30s and 40s, like y'all we not talking about y'all either. Like it's definitely important that y'all like check yourselves as well. So in regards to men overcoming society stereotypes and ideologies, like how do you feel like everything is nowadays in society? What's your 2 cents on it?
I feel like it's getting better. Like men are more able to, because we're supposed to be tough. We're not supposed to have feelings, emotions. It makes you a bitch or soft. It's like, but I'm always big on communications. It never bothered me. Once I was able to kind of figure out, like, hey, it's okay. It doesn't define me. Me having a bad day or a bad week, like that doesn't define me. It's okay for me to have that. It's all right. And I feel like it's progressed, especially like my generation. I'm a little older, so it's like back then it's stop being a bitch. Or you get smacked upside the head, or you know what I'm saying, you get, you know, it was suck it up. But I like where it's going. I still have my reservations. Like you said, earlier you mentioned something that it stuck with me, and it was like when I first walked in, you got to celebrate yourself. Like any little win is a win, and I feel like that it was just beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. Because sometimes we just like moving in the process. Like I feel like the reason why I can't celebrate myself right now is because like I know I could be doing more, and it's just like you're not where you need to be right now.
How many people don't even have like this opportunity like you do? There's beauty in your struggle,
right?
You know what I mean? So it's like that's why it just stuck, and it's gonna stick to me all day. Like I might hit you up later about it. But it's like you celebrate yourself.
Those little wins matter most definitely.
They do, especially when you take a lot of loss. Like that might be that kickstart that changes your life. You know what I'm saying? You never know. We overlook those little things because we're just looking for that wow moment.
Yeah,
those little things matter.
And that's why I'm talking about my job, y'all, because I love my job now. But I be doing door-to-door sales, and like I will go all day without not getting a lead, and then it'd be that last door or that little win. Like you never know when it can click, so that's why you just gotta like keep going to the next door, because like that could be like the it moment for real.
It'll change everything. You gotta be positive about it, man. Depression sucks, so celebrate yourself for real.
So with talking about depression and everything, do you people stigmatize like men just like talking to not only each other? I feel like it's easier to talk to each other, but let's talk about men talking to their partners, because I feel like men, they don't really like feel comfortable all the time opening up to their women, because it's just like, all right, I'm gonna kind of like, you know, be strong, and I don't want her to see me in this vulnerable way. Because like I was even talking to a guy, he was just like, females, they'll think lesser of you if you cry around them. Like,
yeah,
that's fucked up.
Honestly, I think that's something that like we'd like to tell ourselves, to put that wall up. For me personally, like I'm big on communication, but I'm bigger on understanding. So like if I'll talk to anybody that I feel like, if you love me, I should be able to talk to you.
Right.
Should be able to talk to you. It doesn't matter who it is. If you love me, should be able to communicate with you. So I try. But when it comes like a relationship, like with my wife, like if we can't gather understanding, I don't feel like beating over the horse. So I'll walk away from that. Like we can try again later. I don't like feeling vulnerable, and I don't like really giving people the opportunity to like 3 days from now I'll be like, oh yeah, remember you was crying, or I don't like that. So it's like, but you have to, especially in a relationship, like without communication, it's not gonna work. I still struggle with it, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like, being honest, keeping it real.
I don't like I think that's my fear. It's vulnerability. Like it's my biggest fear by far, which is why like I appreciated being able to come here, because it's like it's cool. Like it's okay to be vulnerable. It is, you know what I'm saying?
Have you ever seen The Shy?
No.
It's this show on, I forgot what it's on, but literally I was watching the episode yesterday, and they had like a thing to where like the people in Chicago, they was not all of the men, but just some men in the community, they had met together, and they were kind of like having just a safe space to where they were just like talking about the different things that were going on within the men in the community. And it was like 3 men that kind of like went home to their spaces and stuff like that after they had the conversation. They was like, you know, we just gonna have a little bro dinner and stuff like that, beer and stuff like that. But it was crazy because at the table, I feel like they were throwing the things that they were just discussing back in each other's faces, or like trying to like kind of like, well, bringing this up, and it's just like, well, I was just being vulnerable with you, and now you trying to like throw it back in my face.
That's one of my things. Is like if that happens, I'll never talk to you again. Like I'll of course I'm not gonna cut you off out of my life. It's not fair, you know, depending on what it was. But now I know where the line is. With our relationship. You know what I mean?
So in the journey, it includes setbacks, and I feel like it can be hard as a man to like build a resistance to keep going through those setbacks. So what are some things like you try to do to remind yourself to like stay strong?
My kids, bro, honestly, like I just always look at them. I have conversations with even them. Like if I don't think I'd be here today if I didn't have my children. Especially at the time I lost my best friend. I lost my grandfather, both of them in a span of like 3 days, and then situation with my best friend, he died in my hands. So it was one of those things like fuck that visual, I'll never get rid of it. So having my kids right after, like it was that motivation. So when I still have those days where I'm like, fuck, I don't want, back to like what she was saying earlier, like I don't want to do this today. Like, I don't want to be here today. But then, you know, I just got to think about them. And it's like, man, ain't nobody, but their mom can take care of them, and another man may come in their life as another extra parent, but like, dad is dad. There'll never be another dad. You know what I'm saying? So like, everything I do is for them, regardless of the struggle. So I you know, them. It's really them. I have no other really like. I read, I think, I take walks, but ultimately it boils down to like them little faces, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just having somebody that you can kind of like leave those little pieces, those important gems with, because they're like looking at you at the end of the day, and they're like seeing how you maneuver through life. That's why I feel like it's so important to like, when you're having kids, watch how you moving for real, because they watching you, they picking up on all of that, and when they get older, like it's really going to resonate with them, how they're going to respond and how they're going to like just have perspectives in the world growing up. So,
and that's like a beautiful love to have. Like, they just love you. Like, they don't need nothing from, they don't need shit. They just want to see you. So it's like, that doesn't get more genuine than that. So like, I try to like hold on to that, and that's like that's my motivation, you know what I mean?
I love that though.
Yeah.
So on the ego side of things, I feel like men's be having this, like, they be having their chest pumped out or something, like, I'm the man, and like, okay, you can be the man, but like, on the self-compassionate side, what are some things that you're either struggling with or like you see within like the manhood? Is that a thing? Because you got sisterhood. Do they got manhood? Manhood, yeah.
I think that's also has a lot to do with like how we were raised too. Like, I'm supposed to. I'm always right. I'm a dude. No, not saying that I am, but that's like what's instilled in us. Like, we're supposed to be the alpha male and whatever at all times, but I don't think that's true. Like, it's okay to not be in the lead at times. You know what I'm saying? I struggle with that, because especially if I feel like I'm not getting my point across. Like, if I'm like, Key, this is it, and you're like, no. It doesn't matter if you're trying to correct me or if I'm wrong or right. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I'm right. This is it. This is it. You know what I'm saying? So I do struggle at times with slowing down and remembering, like, yo, it's okay to let them have that opinion, even if I feel like we don't align.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So when it comes to being corrected, like even in your relationship with your wife, like, do you have times, or do you see yourself where like it's hard for you to be corrected, or like where you don't even want to like listen to what she has to say type?
Nah, yeah. I was about to lie to you.
She watching. She watching.
I was about to lie to you. Yes and no. It really, yeah, I was about to lie to you again. No, yeah, I do. I do. But I think that's the pride thing. But I got better with it too, man. I don't do relationships either. So like, this is the first time in a long time that I really like did something that was meaningful, not just some, like you're saying. I'm not just fucking. Like, you know what I mean? This is a life commitment. You know what I'm saying? And it gets hard. So I be struggling like a motherfucker sometimes, but not in a bad way. She's helped me out a lot too, man. She's really the reason I think my mental health has improved a lot too. So like, I try to remember that you're not my enemy. That's my main thing. We tell that shit to each other. Like, yeah, I'm on your side. You feel me? I'm on your side. We're not against each other. And
I like that you said that, because like, I feel like even in relationships, it's like a balance thing. Like, be able to have somebody to kind of like pick you up when you're falling, to kind of like correct you, to kind of like help you, and then just to be that aid is important, because like, men are literally supposed to be the offset of women and vice versa, and we kind of like, you know, help each other stay on track type. So I'm glad that you have someone that kind of like get it together.
Yeah, it's more than just get it together. Yeah, they put down wife. It's like, it's a different title. Y'all feel like I run shit here, but don't work like that.
So do you ever feel like you are a perfectionist as far as like trying to get your life on track or like get it together? Do you like have this one mindset to where it can be hard and how you viewing things?
Yeah, I could just I don't want to say impatient, but like, I have a plan, and I want, especially when I want everything to work out how I want it to. I think I have just a tendency to like not overthink, but like overdo. Like, sometimes less is more. You know what I mean? I have the tendency to feel like, okay, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I'm still trying to like do more and more and more and more and more. It's just kind of just burn yourself out. Yeah. It's good to, like you were saying earlier, take a break from social media, or just take a break from life in general, and just have a normal day where nothing matters. It's just think. You know what I mean?
So I feel like outside of things that you've maybe heard today, what's kind of like things that you want to put as advice out there to men? Because it's easier to tell somebody else to do something, so rather than to do it yourself. So what you got for us on there?
Like I said earlier, I think it's just there's beauty in your struggle. Like, everybody's path is not the same. You know, the way that you and I both got here, it wasn't the same, but we're still here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just remember, like, don't compare yourself to other people too. People have a tendency to, especially with social media nowadays, it's like they see people living this lavish life and doing this and that, and or you might never know that person just went there because somebody else paid that for them, and they're just flashing on Instagram. Like, really just believe in yourself, believe in your journey, and just
what you want to say to the haters out there, the ones who doubted you? What you saying to them?
Honestly, I love them because you can't, you can't. You know what I'm saying? They say it's lame, it's cliche to say, but like, oh, if you ain't got your haters, then pop it. No, but like, fuck them. Like, I love y'all too. You're still watching. Like, a fan is a fan, whether you like me or not. So I don't really. And
what's the biggest lesson you've learned from the people who like doubted you or said that you couldn't make it growing up?
It'd be the same ones that like hit me up in my DM like, hey, do you have an open slot for a show? Like, do you mind? Maybe no.
But speaking of shows, what you got coming up? Let them know.
I personally have one that I'm doing on October 28th. We're gonna have a Halloween party. So I figured
spooky season.
Yeah, I had it. You know, I figured we did it like a couple of years ago when I first moved back to Florida. At the time, I didn't really know everybody that I know now, so it was really just over down in our way. But now that we over here, and I know all of y'all, like, I know this shit could be even crazier. So, so it's like it's something that I'm looking forward to. Life is Beautiful, Road to Cali. I'll be out with Cheeseburger next week for like 4 days. Just a lot of shit. I'm everywhere. I try to get my guys to perform. This is what you want to do, then do it. If not, then go find something else to do with your life. That's
important because, like, you only get one life to live, so you got to live it right with no regrets. What Patrick say on SpongeBob? No
regrets.
Nah, for real. Is there anything else that you want to leave off with the audience? You are, or well, we might have THE on the joint left, but is there anything else that you want to say?
No, man, just shout out to everybody. Thank you for having me. It was long overdue.
I know.
Just believe in yourself, man. Struggle. There's beauty in your struggle, and just don't give up. You know what I'm saying?
Don't give up, y'all. Yes. Alrighty. We'll be back after the break.
Yeah, baby, I feel jumbo, super platinum, gold. Look at myself, I love me, never get old. Can't mind trouble or problems, they pass on, they go. This night I'm on road, no I never fall. Yeah, kiss me enough, yeah, I drown in your love. Want you in my veins, you know I ain't playing. Yeah, it's a yeah. Your body is yeah. Don't drive me crazy. Just keep it real, baby. Just keep it real, baby. I know you get face it. Cool in the struggle. Now I'm on to greatness. I know they on me. You killing me softly. And if you cut me off, I still feel like the boss. I feel jumbo, super platinum, gold. Look at myself. My trouble or problems, they pass on, they go. This night I'm on road, no I never fool. I feel jumbo, super platinum, gold. Look at it, they love me, never get old. Get my trouble or problems, they pass on, they go. This night I'm on road, no I never fool. Yeah, your body is Up at 2 a.m. It's been a long night, but I wanna see you, girl, before my next flight. Tell me that you up, tell me that you up. Flying out at 7, I be gone by 4. You say you got a man, you need to kick that nigga out. You know that's my pussy every time I'm in town. I know know just what you're feeling. I'll be there in a minute. It's been a long time since you got what I'm giving. Nobody give you this feeling. Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. Can call your man when we finish. Call your man when we finish. Open up the door, girl, you lit just like a candle. Girl, you thick as hell, but it ain't nothing I can't handle. Body so addictive, got me coming back. All the visions of these moments got me running back. You gon' make me miss my flight. I wanna be in that pussy all night. There's too much money on the line. Hold that to the next time.
When you have a girlfriend, she said that she love you, but she lying. You think that she love you? She lying.
Nobody give you this feeling. Yeah, I know it's been a minute, but I'll be there in a minute. Can call your man when we finish. Call your man when we finish. Know that pussy mine, I put my name on it. Know that pussy mine, I put my name on it.